we're going to be creating a simulation on Purple Mash. You're going to be creating an algorithm to model the sequence of a simple event. So let's recap some vocabulary. The first we have is an algorithm, which is a precise step-by-step set of instructions used to solve a problem or achieve an objective. So here we have an image that shows shapes representing steps in a sequence. We've got the start and the end. They go from one to the other, but also can move backwards as well. Can you give some examples of everyday processes that you could write an algorithm for? So think about something that has steps for it to be completed, something that you might see every day or something you might do every day. Think back to the previous examples we looked at, for example, doing your handwriting at school. So some examples we have are making breakfast, getting dressed, the journey to school. But today we're going to be looking at creating an algorithm for a traffic light sequence and then using this algorithm to write a computer program that simulates this. But what is the meaning of the word simulation? So a simulation is a model that represents a real or imaginary situation. Simulations can be used to explore options and to test predictions. So for example, in the real world, before they install a traffic light on the road, they actually test it and they make sure that it matches the algorithm that they initially created for it. So here we have some traffic light algorithm vocabulary, and being familiar with the vocabulary of traffic lights can help us when writing and understanding the algorithm. So we have turn on and turn off. We then have wait and seconds, so that's to do with time. We've got switch on and switch off, because if the green light is switched on, the other two lights have to switch off. And then we've got the colours, which are red, green and amber. So let's watch this short video that shows the sequence of the traffic light. So think about what colour it's at now and how long it's red for. And then what colour appears next and how many lights were on. And then look at what light is on now and then how long that light is switched on for. Then pay attention when the lights come on. So here we have the algorithm of the traffic light that we just watched. We have the steps here, but we also have the flow chart. So it begins by turning on red and then waits 10 seconds before turning on amber. And if you notice at the beginning, the red and the amber light were on at the same time, and it then says to wait 3 seconds before it turns both of them off and then turns on the green light. It says it needs to wait 10 seconds before it turns on the amber light. When it did that, it wasn't at the same time as the amber light, so it was green and then that switched off and it was amber, then that switched off and then it was red. Then it restarts the algorithm again. So today you're going to be completing the Traffic Lights Gibbon guided lesson on Purple Mash, and remember to save your work at the end. To log into Purple Mash, use a web browser such as Google Chrome and search MyUSO, then click the first link and then click the red login button, then enter your frog login and password and then click on Purple Mash. Once you've logged into Purple Mash, click on Computing and then on To Code, then scroll down to Gibbon and click Traffic Lights and click Launch App. So we've got 5 levels here. We're going to start with Make the Car Go. Our first challenge is when you click Go, make the car move right. So I'm going to drag the Go block and it says when clicked Go, I want the vehicle to move right. So press play, and when we click Go, it's going to make the car move. So then we can move on to the next challenge. Then says we want to stop the car when we click stop. So when clicked stop, we want the vehicle to stop. So I'll press play, click Go, click stop, click Go, and it works. So move on to the next challenge. Then says make the light green when you click Go and red when you click stop. So we have when clicked Go and we need to drag the traffic light block inside the when click Go block. So traffic light equals set to green, and then for when clicked stop, traffic light equals red. So make sure it's inside the indent, then press play. So go, the green light is on, stop, the red light is on. Next challenge. The next challenge is when the user clicks go, set the traffic light to amber red. Then after a second set it to green and move the car right. So we have to look at the first part here, so when clicked go. we need to first begin by setting the traffic light to amber red, which is this one here, both together. It then wants us to wait 1 second before setting it to green and moving the vehicle right. So make sure you drag those two blocks into the timer block so you can see that it's indented and then it's indented again. So press play, press go, and then green and it starts driving. When we press stop it goes red. So next challenge. When the user clicks stop, set the traffic light to amber, then after a second set it to red and stop the car. So we need to begin by setting the traffic light to amber, and then we need to wait 1 second again, and we need to set it to red, so drag that inside and then stop the vehicle. So press play. When we press go, we'll then go green and drive, and when we press stop it goes amber and then red and the car stops. And we have finished the coding lesson. So enjoy coding your very own simulation algorithm, and remember, save your work. So go to menu, save, and then your class. So for example, for Ash, and then coding 1, you can call this traffic lights with your name, and then click save. Good luck!